I was just recording this video for a Facebook Live, so I downloaded a Facebook Live and to make sure that you on my YouTube list can also benefit from the content in this video, because it's all about how to feel and stay safe on your own inside when going through all of these corona times. So I will move you into that Facebook Live, and make sure to stay in the end of the video, because in the end of the video I will share with you a free gift on how to upgrade your own energy system to the frequency of feeling safe and really creating the life that you truly want to live, which is not in fear. So make sure to stay in the end. See you there.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great.
Hello. This is some calming advice for all of you that are feeling stressed out about the whole corona crisis situation. What I've done personally is to remove myself from social media. So now I'm on Facebook, obviously doing this live, but I have a purpose when I go in here. I have a purpose and I go and click Facebook Live. If I want to chat with somebody, I go straight into that person. I don't scroll through the feed. This relates to whatever you are going through in your life. Like, this was exactly the same thing when I truly wanted to get pregnant, and it just felt that wherever I was going on social media, I saw like, oh, pregnancy happiness, and it was really nice for them, but it was devastating for me, because it was a topic with so much fear. It was a topic with so much uncertainty. It was a topic with so much resistance. Hello, Cheryl. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm always happy when you're around here on Facebook. It lights up my world. And truly to see, like, if you have fear in these times, where are you getting your information from? Energy flows where focus goes. You have a choice in this time. What I had to do when I was going through that fertility thing was, at one specific time, I so remember it. I was living my own life. I was about to go out to the grocery shop, but for some reason before I went out, standing there hanging over the kitchen bench, just like scrolling through Facebook, and I saw that one of my best friends' older sister, she was like, oh, tomorrow we're going home with our new baby. I didn't know that she was pregnant, and apparently they just had got a baby, and the anxiety that was occupying my body at that particular moment, because now I became aware that my best friend's older sister just had a baby. My reality, my world shifted because now I became aware of her baby. 5 minutes before that, 1 minute before that, 30 seconds before that, I was fine. My body was fine. My mental health was fine, because I was not aware of her situation. And I see, Cheryl, you were saying I'm not watching any media. Good. Good, depending on what our intention is. I believe definitely it's good to be updated. I better say this, because otherwise my parents are gonna go, Linda, you have to stay updated. Yes, it is good to stay updated of what advice are we given, what is like what are we advised to do? That is really important. I definitely believe, because otherwise we have no idea. But where are we getting that information from? In our case, so we are in Bali, and now Bali also are starting to close certain things, which I find is very, very good, because we don't want this to spread. And why I was coming up with this idea for this video. Yes, exactly, Cheryl. You are so truly right. Like when you see a certain car or something keeps showing up over and over. Yes, because our focus goes there. And the reason why I came up with this topic was because I was thinking about our cleaning lady. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman. And she is Hindu, like most people here in Bali are. And they are very, very religious. They are very much into their ceremonies, and she even, like, they're doing so much for their ceremonies to really be able to have them and be able to pay for them. Like, they don't earn so much money, but they do spend a lot of money on their ceremonies. Like, that's how religious they are. And next week on Wednesday is this day called Nyepi, which is the silent day. And the silent day means that everybody on Bali has to be inside. There is no activity allowed outside. It's even so much that there are police controls outside on the streets, making sure that nobody is outside. People love this day, and they're really excited for this day. And it's probably because they just get time to rest. But the bigger point I want to make with this silent day is the day before the silent day. They have massive parades, they're out celebrating, they're spending enormous amount of money and time and effort of creating this massive, like, monster creations to go outside on the streets, scaring away the demons and all the dark energies. So they're really, like, I would say, like, almost the whole year they're preparing for this day before the silent day, for this parade. And our cleaning lady, so she said to us when she was here on Monday, she said, oh, next week I can't come and clean on Monday because we are preparing for the ceremony that will go on Tuesday, this parade. And she was really, really excited about it. Okay. And then she texted me the day after, and she was like, well, now the government have they have closed, like, we are forbidden, we're not allowed to have this ceremony. We're not allowed to do anything outside regarding the ceremony. And it makes me emotional, because she just said, well, then I can come on Monday. And I was like, wow. I know how important this ceremony is for this woman and for the Balinese people. I know how much it means to them. She didn't complain about it. She just said, well, now I can come and clean on Monday. And it's magical. I don't know if you're getting the amount of energy that they are putting into the things that they want to see. She didn't make a fuss. Like, actually nobody Balinese that we have been talking to about this, none of them have made a fuss that they are now not allowed to have this ceremony, even though it's the most important day of the year. No. They're just saying, well, now I can do other things. What are your, like, when you are hearing this, how they are shifting their focus and not being caught up in the 3D drama that they are now not allowed to have the ceremony, but they are actually allowed to do other things. How do you think? Yeah, and Cheryl, you were saying, wow, interesting. Yeah, it really, really is. How do you think that this way of shifting their focus to what they want to focus on, how do you think that that is affecting their health, their body, their way of living? I was myself caught up. I know that I'm very, very suggestible. I am a creative person. I'm like hyper, like, I don't know even the word for it. You know, when you're, if you know, but when you're catching up all the other people's feelings and stuff like that. I know it's a word for it, but I can't even remember it. If you know the word, please let me know. So I do also pick up a lot of stuff that is going on. And I know that many of you watching this right now, many of my friends, I know, light workers, yes, you are also picking up a lot of energies and a lot of what other people are saying, because we're very, very suggestible. And this is affecting us a lot. I was saying to Jonas the other day, oh my gosh, what if people are now starting to buy water? Because in many countries, yeah, you can drink the tap water. Here in Bali, we cannot drink the tap water. So I started to freak out. I was like, oh no, people are now talking about buying water and buying all of these things. And I got really, really caught up in that. And I feel that it's very easy to get caught up in this drama because people are acting from fear. People are acting from this, we're not, you know, when we are caught up in fear, when our energy flows into that fear, and our focus flows into that fear, it's very hard to focus on thinking rationally. I don't know the word. But what I want to say is that what I have done now myself is to remove myself from fear. I have removed myself from people's fear-based thinking, because I know that that is affecting me. It's creating fear inside of me, and I don't want to come from that fear. I have asked for guidance. I've asked my subconscious mind to lead me into calmness, to harmony, because when the mind and the heart and the soul, when we are in the harmony, when we are in the calmness, this is when we are the most powerful. So the next time you go into social media, or the next time you go into reading the news, please, if you are feeling that you don't like, if you don't like the emotions that are being created inside of you, if you like them, if you like the fear, you like adrenaline and everything that is created from the fear, go ahead. It's your choice. But if you don't like it, but you just feel drawn to it, this is like, fear is, the subconscious mind is wired that way. It is created to help us to analyze the danger of a situation so that we can escape. This is the fight and flight. Shall I stay in fight, or shall I run away? So if you don't like the emotions that are being created within you, that you're feeling when you're watching the news, when you are on social media, remember our cleaning lady. Remember what she was doing. She was like, there is no parade. Now I can go and do something else. Yeah, exactly, Cheryl. You're saying that the amygdala produces more adrenaline, which isn't being used but stored in the body. Yeah, exactly. So true. So really, if you don't like the stress in your body, if you want to stay healthy throughout this time, healthy mind, healthy body, healthy life, I emailed. So instead of acting from fear and go and buy like a million bottles of water, I emailed the Swedish embassy in Indonesia, and I asked, what are your advice? Like, this is a fear coming up inside of me. What is your advice on this topic? Shall we go and buy food for 2 months, or what are you advising us to do? As soon as I did send that email, I felt calm. I was like, okay, I'm acting from a place of wanting to understand rather than acting in panic and fear. Again, your energy, your emotion comes from where you're choosing to put your focus. So in these times, to really see, to really see how is it serving you? How are these times really serving you? I have for a long time, as I said, asked for harmony and calmness, because I've almost my whole life I've been a fear-based person. I've been extremely stressed. My cortisol levels have been so high. Can't even remember exactly now, but I was like, when I was going through the infertility, a woman like checked my whole system, and she said, well, you're so burnt out on the inside because your body has been producing this cortisol for so long time because of your stress responses. So your body, like your inside, is just burnt out. So that's where I'm coming from. And I know that it's not affecting the body in a good way. So again, to come back to the topic of, hey dad, I was just talking about you, daddy, that you say it's important to stay updated. And I'm just talking about where we are getting the information and what kind of updates we are actually getting. So we are getting our information from the embassy here in Indonesia. And that's how we are staying updated. And to also, I was gonna say, like, I am getting updates from them every single day. And I really was noticing, because they are sending me like all these updates and how the rules are changing, and we are not supposed. Thank you, Cheryl. We are not supposed to go out from Indonesia. It's like 1 month until we have tickets to Portugal, and I feel that things are shifting so fast, so they can shift either way. They can get in what our minds would pursue as worse, or they can get better. We don't know. So I was observing myself being caught up in all of this, and I was telling Jonas, and I was like, oh, now they're sending us this information, and now they're sending us this information. And then I realized, I was like, well, I don't have to put my focus there. I can just go through the email, but I don't and if there is something of importance, like what we can actually do right now in order to act better, then yes, I can share with him, but otherwise, no. It really doesn't matter. What matters is, what can we do right now? We have no idea what's going to happen within 3 weeks. So to come back to the present moment, to the now, and see, okay, does this have a direct impact on me right now? I was talking to my brother yesterday, to my little brother, and he told me that in Sweden they have now closed down events that were going to be held in the end of April. And I was actually a bit surprised by that, because I thought, like, wow, things are changing so fast. We have no idea how the situation is in the end of April. So, okay, maybe because they're super big companies, maybe they have to take action now. But for us personally, in our private lives, many things we don't have to we don't have to plan anything for the end of April, because we don't know. And this is such a perfect time, really practicing to be present, to be calm, to choose where you place your focus. So right now I'm not sharing with Jonas all the updates that the Swedish embassy is sending to us, because it's not relevant. So I'm doing what our cleaning lady really taught me how to do. And it's very, very beautiful. So I hope that this helps, and that your Saturday can be more calm when you can switch off the news, when you can switch off social media, when you can go directly to the person that you want to chat with on social media instead of scrolling through the feed. And remember, this is not only related to the corona times. This is related to everything that is triggered within you. Because the news, what makes them sell things? What makes them sell the magazine papers? What makes them have a lot of viewers on TV? Is fear. Fear-based, because the mind is driven to just suck in that information. The information. We are wired that way, but now is the time for us to be responsible. Yes, exactly, Cheryl. We have a choice in every single moment of where we place our focus, and it takes practice. It takes practice. I noticed a week ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I noticed that I was not being as aware that I've been practicing for a long time of being really aware. And it was actually Jonas saying something to me, and then I replied in a way that was not really related to what he has said. He was like, are you really listening to me? And I was like, and I felt really, really guilty. I felt like all these feelings like, well, I should know better and all of this. But then I was like, well, obviously this was something that my mind had forgotten about, and there was so much stress going on in my head, so my mind was somewhere else when he was talking to me. So now the last week, or maybe a week and a half, I've really been practicing again what I did practice like a year ago a lot, about being observing. I really come back to the moment, like every 15 minutes to check in with myself. Like, what am I actually thinking? What is going on? Why did that emotion come? And it's so interesting how much of a show the mind is running without us being aware of it. That also creates feelings. And this is why I would really strongly encourage you to be present and really feel, like, what feelings am I actually feeling? Am I feeling a sudden feeling of fear? What thought did that start with? The fear cannot come from nothing. The fear comes from somewhere, from an outside trigger or from a subconscious pop-up. Can't be created anywhere else, in any other way. Whew. That became a lot of stuff. Hopefully you find it helpful. Hopefully you pick up the message that I'm not saying to isolate yourself and pretend it's not happening, because it is. But I'm just saying, choose where you place your focus. Choose what you talk about. Choose. You have that choice. And as Cheryl is saying, being in the present moment. Be right here and right now. This is the perfect time to practice that. And to see what places can you get accurate information from regarding these times that is actually relevant to you. Because remember, the newspapers are selling headlines, fear-based headlines, because that draws our attention. No, that draws our attention to it. You should see me sometimes in the grocery shops. I go like here they don't have newspapers, but back in Sweden. Oh yeah, when I was back in Sweden like some months ago, I became aware like in all the grocery shops there were just big massive headlines, you know, big massive headlines like everywhere, like this person is murdered, this gang is like going around in this area, and I was like, oh my gosh, all these massive fear that is being installed in us. And many people may believe and feel that, well, I'm not impacted, but you are. If you are not aware that you are actually looking at those things, it's going straight into your subconscious, because your subconscious is picking it up. So what you will see me do many times when I'm in Sweden or in other countries that do have all these horrible news that are just spreading because they're focusing on the negative, not what is actually working. I go like this. Because I really know that my eyes are being drawn to it. My eyes are like, what is happening? Because I know my mind really wants to look out. Is there something I should be afraid of? Is there something I should be afraid of? And it's going like this all the time. So I actually use my hand to block my vision from that specific thing that I know is not good for me. So that's that's really how I deal with it. And yes, Cheryl, yeah, we are bombarded by the newspapers, and it just became such a contrast when I came from first Thailand and then Bali, and coming back to Sweden. I was realizing, wow, it's been so nice and calm on my like Asia Live, because there were no newspapers. And there even is a book. I can't remember which one it is now. If I remember, I will place it in the comments. It may be 4-Hour Work Week or 4-Hour Body. I'm not really sure, but they are saying like, have a fast from the newspapers. You will know when there are things that you have to become aware of. You will know for sure. Like every time something happens, I know like my parents will update me. They always do. And if they don't update me, because they know that I'm not reading the news, and they know that Jonas is not reading the news either, and nobody else like in our community here in Bali, which is I believe why the community here in Canggu where we're living, it's a really amazing community of people. So, but we all know that when things are important for us to become aware of, we will see it, because as Cheryl is saying, that we are getting bombarded. My brothers or my parents or friends, you know, everybody's talking about it, and we will know. So again, don't be afraid that you will not become aware of important information. You will, for sure. For sure, you will definitely be aware. I'm gonna see what you are saying. You were saying something. Yeah, Bali sounds like a paradise, and it is in certain way, yes. It really is for the mindset of the community. I would definitely say it's really beautiful. My battery is just about to go out, so I better say goodbye for now. And Cheryl, you have written so many awesome comments, and I will go through them all, so I make sure that I don't miss anything that you have written. And I wish you all a super beautiful Saturday, and remember, be aware, be in the present moment, and really see what is my intention. Like, how does this time that we are going through right now, how does this relate to my personal intention? For me, I just see like staying inside is the perfect response from the universe to my question, what can I do to feel more harmony and more peace and more relaxation in my life? Because it allows me to just have a power nap wherever I want. I love that. So yeah, again, bye for now. Bye. I'm so proud of you for really staying on this whole video and really digging into how can you feel safe and stay calm on these times, because in the end of the day, it's your responsibility. Nobody else can do it for you. So there's my wardrobe. So the last 9 months I've been working really hard on my Master Manifestor course. 6 weeks, proven like step on step, whatever it's called, formula for how to upgrade your subconscious mind to align with the frequency that you truly want to feel in your life. And as a free gift, I am now offering the 5 biggest law of attraction mistakes that people are doing. And when I say the law of attraction mistakes, about law of attraction is really about creating the life that you want to live, the feelings that you want to feel. That is how I see the law of attraction, that you attract what you are. And this free little course is the 5 biggest mistakes that I see people do over and over and over, so that you no longer have to do them. So go down below here in the description box and you will find a link to that free little mini course. And if you find it helpful, you will also actually get access to the bigger Master Manifestor program, which is the 6 weeks proven step-by-step formula to how to create the life you absolutely love. So I'm really excited to see what you're making out of this, and I see you on the inside, and truly from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say you deserve to feel good. You deserve to live the life that you truly want to live. I'm sending you lots of love. Bye.